Over the past week now, I have been seeing this game pop up literally everywhere. It is easily the most talked about game right now, and I have absolutely no idea anything about it, or at least I didn't until I just looked it up. Baldur's Gate 3. Okay, who is Baldur? Why does he have a gate? Am I saying his name correctly? I didn't know the answer to any of these questions, so now I am here to let you know about my findings, if you are out of the loop, such as myself, and you would like to know. Because like I said, this is easily the most talked about game right now, and I've never heard of Baldur's Gate 1 or 2, and all of a sudden 3 comes out of nowhere. Well, worry not, because I have finally done the research and I am here to let you know. So Baldur's Gate 3 is a captivating role-playing video game developed and published by a company called Larian Studios. I've also never heard of them. So apparently the Baldur's Gate series, but by the way, if I am actually pronouncing this wrong, I'm very sorry. I looked it up and I think this is how you pronounce it, but if I'm botching it, please don't hate me. So Baldur's Gate is, well, believe it or not, it actually draws inspiration, I guess, or it's from the same, like, universe as Dungeons and Dragons, which is like that tabletop turn-based role-playing game that I think can take like 9 hours or more for a game, but it's easily like the most popular board game ever. So yeah, I didn't know that it had a video game series that was kind of in the same universe as it, but yep, that is Baldur's Gate. So like I said, this is Baldur's Gate 3, so Baldur's Gate 3 actually just came out today, August 3rd, 2023. It looks like the first Baldur's Gate came out in 1998. Oh, fun fact, it was actually developed by the people that made Mass Effect. It was developed by BioWare. So that was 1998, and then Baldur's Gate 2 was in the year 2000. So yeah, I don't know why it's taken 23 years to come out with number 3, but apparently all their hard work has paid off, because like I said, this is seriously like the biggest game right now. So as I said, it officially was released today, but initially a partial version of the game was made available through early access on Mac, Windows, and Stadia in October of 2020. It looks like a PlayStation 5 release will be in September, and an Xbox, Xbox has really been getting botched recently with all of this stuff. Yeah, an Xbox release is TBD. Alright, so gameplay in Baldur's Gate 3 offers both a single-player experience and a co-op multiplayer element. Looks like players can create and control one or more characters, forming a party alongside computer-generated characters to, well, shocker, embark on an epic journey. Looks like the combat system in Baldur's Gate 3 has been revamped to adopt turn-based mechanics, inspired by Larian's earlier titles, most notably the Divinity series, if you've ever heard of it, while also being based on the exact official rules of Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. I didn't know there was editions 1 through 4 and maybe beyond 5, but yeah, the 5th edition. I didn't know Dungeons and Dragons was so complicated, by the way. The plot unfolds in the year 1492 DR. I'm not sure what DR means. Over 120 years after the events of Baldur's Gate 2, the forces of darkness have once again began to rise, and surprise, it is up to you to stop it. I'm really oversimplifying everything. I'm sure there's like a lot of lore behind it, especially since it is in the D&D universe. So if you want like an actual recap of the lore, please do not watch this. Do not watch this video. Don't listen to my dumb voice, okay? Like I said, I just learned about it today. This is just kind of my summary of what I've found. Looks like development for this game has been a lot, to say the least. It was originally titled Baldur's Gate 3: The Black Hound. It was in development by Black Isle Studios, but it was canceled due to financial issues. Larian Studios, well, they were interested in creating a Baldur's Gate sequel, and they eventually impressed Wizards of the Coast with their work on Divinity. Once again, learning experience. I didn't know who Wizards of the Coast was. Sounds like a clan or like a RuneScape guild or something, but I believe they are the company that makes Dungeons and Dragons. And upon its early access release, Baldur's Gate 3 received overwhelming success, becoming the best-selling video game on Steam. I'm going to just say that again for dramatic effect, because that is not something to take lightly. They became the best-selling video game on Steam. And I'm also told on GOG.com. I have never heard of that website, by the way. I'm going to go to it. I really hope I'm not being punked. Okay, it's like a Steam type of website. Thought it was going to be like one of those shock websites. It has also attracted a substantial player base with over 470,000 concurrent players on Steam alone, highlighting its popularity and positive reception in the gaming community. As the game continued its development through early access, which at this point has now been like a 3-year journey, additional features and content were gradually introduced to enhance the overall gaming experience. Overall, it seems games, Baldur's Gate 3 is a remarkable addition to the iconic series, blending immersive storytelling, engaging gameplay, and a deep connection to the beloved D&D universe, making it a must-play for role-playing game enthusiasts. On a side note, I'm kind of seeing a lot of big games that blow up. They kind of start in early access. Maybe that's kind of the way to go now. I don't know. Anyway, I'm happy to have learned about Baldur's Gate 3. I still hope I'm pronouncing it right. I still haven't learned who Baldur is and why he has a gate, but I really want to play it now. Looking at the gameplay, it looks like a lot of fun. The game looks great. If you have a PC, you should definitely check out the best, well, maybe not the best. I don't know if it's the best, but definitely the most popular game right now.